Hey folks, it's been a while since I posted something on YouTube, so I figured I'll do a quick explanation. Why has the channel been pretty much dormant for a while? Bunch of reasons. Um, been pretty busy. COVID happened and changed everything I did professionally. I'm self-employed, so I had to switch to online teaching businesses and so on. That's a big part of it. And then COVID kind of went away, and now it's all that online stuff that I do is still there. So lots of work there, and my main job, I'm a personal trainer full time. So that's been taking up a bunch of time as it normally does. End result, I work harder than I did before, and have less time than I used to have. If you've been following my channel for a while, you'll have noticed that I like to make instructional videos and so on, and that takes quite a bit of time to do right. Here's the thing. This is my sixth year of having a Patreon. I use Patreon as a membership site. There are literally hundreds of videos on there right now, and a lot of my instructional material is basically there. Ongoing series about, it could be technical stuff like defending against sucker punch, different kind of dirty tricks is a series that's been going for, I think now, 18 different videos that I've made there. So loads and loads and loads of stuff, Q&A, bunch of stuff there, bonus episodes for the podcast. That's all there, and that requires a fair amount of time for me, both producing, recording, editing the videos, and so on. Something had to give, and that turned out to be YouTube. My YouTube channel, just adding the videos that I do. For instance, one of my popular videos is how to refill a heavy bag. That takes a bit of time to create and edit and do a decent job. I just don't have the time that I would like to have to do a good job. So what's changed? A bunch of things. So it used to be that I posted the podcast episodes and the interviews with people that I do for my podcast here on this channel. That's gone. I have switched to a separate YouTube channel, which you can find very easily. Wim de Meer Podcast. Type it in on YouTube and you'll find that channel with nothing but the podcast episodes. I plan to do more episodes because those are actually quite easy to do, except for some preparation when I have a guest, and some brainstorming when I take on a specific topic. Recording them and editing them is really easy. I don't do edits. I don't do cuts. Barring when a guest needs to go to the bathroom or something. I just keep going. We keep talking for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours maybe. But editing and uploading that is really easy. So that's why I did that. On that front, the podcast also changes a little bit in a sense that instead of just talking about martial arts and self-defense, I am opening up the podcast to a wider range of guests. Why? To reach a bigger audience and hopefully have a lot of interesting discussions. That's what's in it for me. I love talking to people who are experts, preferably who are better than me at certain things, and some voices left and right will say that's not all that difficult, Wim, but I digress. But the point is that if it's in the martial arts and self-defense world, loads of interesting people. I've talked to a bunch of them already, but there's a lot of people out there, scientists, psychologists, and so on, that I'd love to pick their brains a little bit and see what kind of interesting conversations we could have. I've contacted a fair bunch of people already. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they react. Booking guests is difficult for a variety of reasons. Just logistics alone can be very hard. So I try to bring folks interesting guests, but that's always a work in progress. So head on over to that channel if you came here for the podcast. For this channel right here, what I plan on doing is what I'm doing right now. I spend a lot of time on the road, hence not having much time to do other stuff. So that means like right now I'm in between appointments between clients and I have a little bit of time. Production value is what it is. I'm sitting in my car and I am talking to my cell phone. Fortunately, sound isolation in cars is pretty good. So it kind of mimics the effect of a studio in which the sound quality is reasonably good. And if I can get some natural light, visual quality is pretty okay as well. my ugly face, you're gonna have to basically live with that. It's the only one I got. So what I'd like to do is a bunch of videos in which I'm just talking to you guys like this over a specific topic, and just share some thoughts. There will be some prep on my end, meaning I will brainstorm and think a little bit about questions people might have and want to ask. But that'll be it. No fancy editing. It won't be me working with one of my students and showing a technique and doing an instructional video on something specific. For that, go to the Patreon. It starts at $3 a month, and if you do the $5 a month option, you get a really huge library already with content, and there's a lot more. I make several hours of video every month specifically for Patreon, so if you want that, go there. I might do the occasional instructional video here still, but that's going to be, I mean, every now and then. What I can do is, like I'm doing right now, in between appointments with clients, when I have like 5-10 whatever minutes, I can do spoken word, like Henry Rollins used to do, but without all the cussing and that kind of stuff. So if you have questions, if you have ideas, if you have thoughts, like, hey, what do you think about this? What would you recommend for that, and so on? Leave a comment. And that brings me to the final point. I will open up the comments so there will no longer be moderation. For as long as I've had this YouTube channel, I moderated the comments. Why? Well, because it's for some of the controversial stuff, people can get very very loud and vocal and be really obnoxious and be racist pieces of crap. I tended to delete all that. I'm gonna stop putting all that time in there. It's a bunch of time that I have to spend moderating comments. I'm like, okay, it's just going to be open, free for all, and people will write what they write. The bots will come out. They already do. I delete a bunch of those. Guys, I'm turning 51 this year. I have limited time left on this planet, so I'm not gonna waste it with stupid stuff anymore. So, if you see a comment you don't like, or somebody says something stupid, it's going to be a part of life. It's not like you're new to social media and you haven't seen this kind of thing happen before. So live and let live is a good motto to live by. And just because you see somebody write something stupid doesn't mean you have to engage them. By all means, let them live their life in the delusions of grandeur that they have. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to fight every single battle. You just pick them wisely. Right, that's it. So, in a final note, if you have thoughts and ideas for these kind of videos, me just talking to you guys, ask me a question in the comments. If you ask a stupid question and I read it, I'll probably laugh and then move on to somebody who actually asks a decent question. Because again, dude, I mean, life's too short. I'm too busy doing other stuff. So if you want to post silly comments, by all means, knock yourself out. I'll just move on to the folks who actually pose an interesting question that I have to think about a little bit. And I think like, okay, this could be something worth making a video over. How often will the videos be here? I have no idea. I'll do my best. It often happens that I have a little bit of time between appointments. So it'll depend. If it's raining cats and dogs, like it tends to do in Belgium, then the rain hitting on the roof of my car is going to make a tremendous amount of noise. Probably won't make a video then. Right, that's it. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.